There's, purpose in this. This is why I think men should travel. By the way, I got my homie Paul Pacino to chime in on this as well. But the topic we're gonna speak on is why men should travel. Now, I have so much to say on this topic alone because I happen to travel. I've been to a couple places, and there's so many reasons why a man should travel, especially black men. You should travel basically to just one thing to do, and why you should travel is to get away from your neighborhood, your city, your state, because once you're around, you need a break from that. Even if it can be in another, you can go to another state or another country, which I would recommend any man to travel, because just to travel outside of the country, because it's so much different than going to America and dealing with people, dealing with other men and women, because the culture and the upbringing and the respect level, the attitude level, the how people look there, the women there are a whole lot better looking overseas than America. It's just, I know American women don't want to take that and don't want to agree with that, but it is the truth, because overseas women are better looking than American women. That's why you see so many American women doing these Brazilian butt lifts and doing all that stuff to try to look like the women overseas in Brazil and all these other places, because they know that they better looking, they bring, and traveling, the women there bring more to the table, just like I speak on overseas women and American women. But once you get that passport, once you save your money and where you gotta go, it's just a weight off your shoulders, because one of the best things a man can do is travel. Once he has his passport, he can do whatever he wants to do, go wherever he wants to go, say whatever he wants to do whatever he do. It's just the best thing to get, and women do it, so why can't men do it? It's a problem when men travel, because nowadays they don't want men to travel because they know there's some good things down there, and they might not want to come back. Once you travel, you don't never want to come back home, because once you see paradise when you leave, and then when you come home, it's like a cold reality. It's a very, very cold reality. You see, it's a different environment. It's like night and day, especially overseas. They greet you, they say hello, they say welcome. You come up to women down there, it's a total ball game. Even if they not feeling you, they'll still have a conversation, regardless. And not to say that there's games that don't go down there, it is, but not as much as it is over in America. You just have to get once you travel, you get away from the BS most of the time. You get away from just the nonsense and the blame that you go through in America. Just, man, it's just a total different environment, and you a better person. Traveling, you just are a totally different person. It changed you. It really changed you to the point of you broaden your horizons once you go down there. Because when I was in Aruba, and it was just it was great. Everybody greeted me. The weather is nice. People are nice. Just everything was just so nice there. And you know, in America, everything ain't as nice as it is. You know, maybe some places in America, but it's not everything. Everywhere that you go is not cool. You know, you still gonna have these attitudes, and it's a lot of people that don't care about their community in America. The attitudes, the sass. You know, people are just, you know, in America there's killings and craziness, and it's just so much going on. So that's why I say it's so important to travel. Once you get that passport, it's man, it's gonna be, you're gonna have a smile on your face. Once you have the money and a passport, it is one of the best things you can ever have in life. So that's just a little bit of something I say on that. But what's your thing on that, Paul, man? What's your take on why you think, men should travel in your opinion?
Men should travel for the simple fact, you get sick and tired of, stepping to the same women in your neck of the woods. You walk up to them, you give them a compliment on their outfit, the way their hair look, the way their nails look. You show them a different side that they don't see from men on an everyday basis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not good enough for them.
Right.
It's like they complain us men is not respectful, not a gentleman, not sweet. Don't want to open car doors or restaurant doors or whatever the hell they be complaining about. But when we showing them, everyone's showing them, we do have a soft spot for them, we still get disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many cars I've given out to women in the past week or two, and not enough to get a couple of callbacks off of the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like this, man. Like Ludwig said, I got holes and then some area codes.
Right.
My advice for the fellas, man, all this money you spend on Reebok, Converse, Adidas, Jordan, putting wheels on your ride, take that money, travel around with American on the show. It's this travel agency called Liberty Travel. Alright. Let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
Yeah, and while you looking on that too, I'm gonna say a few other things too. And like you said, man, you gotta get out of the surroundings that you stay in. It's better, because the more you confine in your environment, the more angry and the more comfortable you get. And then, a lot of the guys will talk about how the women in their neighborhoods and in their cities and how whack they are. And I've done that myself. And I know the whackness in my city and my state of women that are down here. But I still, and that's why you should travel, because there are better women out there in the world than the ones that's in your hood. Because it's so many guys that are so used to it, and they wanna, and they think that's the best that they can get. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to go through that. If a woman has an attitude, that's not your fault. That's on her. It's the thing that she goes through. So if you want to go to places outside, go to different states, if you want to go to Texas or Florida or Cali, or a lot of black men, they want to go to the Northwest and deal with white women. and stuff, which is, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? You can date whoever you want to date, mess what you want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, basically just take advantage of the time that you live on planet Earth. Take full advantage, because you never know when you're going to go. So travel as much as you can, do whatever you can, drive, even take a drive. You ain't got to take a plane or a bus or something like that. Just take a little road trip by yourself or with your friends and just explore. Just see how things are. Once you're around a different aura of people and women and sightsees and just fine dining and everything like that, you're gonna love that. You ain't gonna want to be if you have a lot of hood. If you stay in a mostly black community, you're gonna deal with a lot of hood rats and whack chicks. And you want to get away from that. You want to be in a diverse crowd. Not to say that you shouldn't be around black women. Not saying that. I'm saying sometimes you have to go outside of a predominantly black city to a suburb to look for a black female. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to find a black chick that's cool and on some good attitude and all and good things, and that's respectful in a black community, especially on how she was raised. So, in meantime, you have to travel. You have to get that passport. You know, it's gonna last you 10 years. Get a passport and a passport card. You know what I'm saying? Just make the time that you have here, man. I mean, we have a short lifespan as it is. So do whatever you can. Just live every day like it's your last. Whatever you do, wherever you go, live it like it's your last. Because once you travel, you're ahead of the game. Because you're going to have a lot more people. You got more women now that don't want men to travel because they know how good it is down there when, overseas and when you travel. They know how good it is. That's why they don't want men to travel. Women been doing it for years and there ain't been no complaints. Now they trying to ban men from traveling to places like Brazil, Dominican Republic, and stuff like that because they know stuff is good. They know women are better down there. They know the living is better. Even, if you decide to live out of the country, the health care is better down there. Everything is so much better. Your dollar is valuable in certain countries down there. Certain things are cheap. You go to Mexico, it's cheap. You can buy a lot of stuff with your American dollars. Cheap. If you want to go to places like Hawaii and again Brazil, somewhere in South America, Argentina, Africa, all these other places, Thailand, China, all these other places you have to go to see how it is because it's a different breed of people than it is in America. And they'll respect you. So, that's just a little bit more I have to say, but I'm going to bring it back on Paul, get his insights on it.
All right. I'm looking at some of these prices. It's not, it doesn't cost that much. Cruises from New York. I want to go to a cruise from, let's say, New York to the Bahamas and Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's a 7-night cruise aboard. $4.99 plus $153 government taxes and fees. You go to New York. You also stop at Orlando, Nassau, and some other Bahamas and Florida alone. Come on. How can you not want to do it? Come on.
Yep.
Okay, this is the Eastern Caribbean. New York, San Juan, Pittsburgh, St. Thomas, Maryland, Bay, and back to New York. $649 plus $120 government taxes and fees, which I'll pay for that shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's a nine-night cruise aboard.
Right.
So the New York to the New York, man, this is what I'm trying to tell niggas, man. I mean, not niggas, black folk.
Yeah.
And not just black folk, but men in general. Travel. Like, I'm seeing these prices and I'm like, yo, man, I gotta jump on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I mean, like, now, let's say if I want to do an Alaska cruise, I know I have to pay for the plane. I mean, to get on the plane to go to Alaska. You know, they'll take care of that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, you gotta pay for the cruise. How much you gotta pay for the airline fees and stuff. But it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's
like, let me see if they have any Brazilian cruise. They probably do. They got Hawaii, Bermuda.
That's what's up.
I know they have a Brazilian cruise, or just to go to Brazil, period.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second, hold on.
It's just a lovely thing to it's just lovely to just travel. You know, it's a different breed of women when you travel. It's just a different environment. You get treated better, you know. You go to the Caribbean, you see blacks, they'll treat you with respect. Then American blacks will treat you with respect. You gotta, you know, you come to America, everybody, you know, you gotta deal with fights, arguments, people getting loud, you know, just people on some rah stuff. Not saying everybody is like that, but a lot of people are like that. You do have your good blacks that have sense. So we're not speaking on all of them, just a certain, just most. So, you know, you don't want to be around that a lot, you know, and also a lot of the times, you know, these women are making guys not want to deal with them. These American guys, you know, because. So I mean, it would all like you know, a lot of people have been saying with all these books and the movies and all this other stuff, the Steve Harveys, the Rev and Tyrese's, all this stuff, that's gonna make men travel even more with the stuff that they say and putting their business out there like that. You know, we don't want to. A lot of American women, we don't want to argue with them. We don't have to do that with overseas women for the most part. We don't have to argue. They know their roles.
So I cut you off. You went to a robot.
Yeah.
You had the best time of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to come back home.
I hope you didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't want to come back home either, man.
Shoot, that's just true. Just imagine, everybody, you living somewhere and it's perfect weather every day. You see so many beautiful women, and I know some people will say, you know, well, you can have that in America in a few places. You can have it in, you know, Miami and Los Angeles and stuff like that, but they still have those American views. See, overseas, they treat you with so much respect and stuff, even though for sometimes they will treat American men with, you know, they'll think of some of us as tricks, especially white dudes. They'll try to think of them as tricks. But as for black guys, you know, they'll respect black guys because they know the type of men that we are. You know what I'm saying? So they'll respect that. You know, overseas women, they know their roles. So they can respect a man. They know they womanly duties. Just like, unlike American women, a lot of them don't don't know their womanly duties and don't want to know. They rather try to be like a man more than a female and act that way. But and it's still, you know, you have to travel. You know, just like I know you talked about this also as well. Another reason why, and I know I have as well, and I know you brought this to me, and I know we both seen this, but that documentary about you know, black men in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? How much of a good time that they have there in Brazil, and living in Brazil, and visiting Brazil. You know, and it's just the frustration. I think the frustration in men with American women makes them want to travel more. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's an aggravation. Nobody wants to go through that. I don't want to mess up I don't want to have my stress level up all the time with an American chick. It's gonna happen. But it's just people. I mean, guys, you should travel to places like Paris and learn things and visit the Eiffel Tower, go to England, go to, you know, all these other places that have that culture to learn. Now before you go down there, also I would advise people to learn to be on their language barriers too. That's very key. Learn the language that you're going, or just learn the language, you know, as you're going down there before, or just know it, period. You know what I'm saying? I would advise men to know that. Just to be diverse with things. You know, just have a good time. You know, don't always be upset. Just have a good time. And save. That's a big thing. You can't travel if you can't save your money.
Exactly.
You know?
I have a co-worker at my job. He's about to go on a cruise to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, and some other places. As a matter of fact, I'm like, when I'm doing this video with you, I want to call Liberty Travel and ask them, do they have any cruises that will go to Brazil and shit? I mean, if I have to go to Miami, wherever, to travel out there, then so be it. It's worth it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money I got to spend. If I got to spend 2 G's, 3 G's, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Hawaii, San Diego, Honolulu, and some other spots, 14 nights, I will do it. Like, come on, man. People gotta cut this crap out with this going to Vegas. Matter of fact, speaking of Vegas, that's what you want to do, Vegas. 3 nights, 153 with government taxes and 135 with taxes and fees. You can factory show tickets and more. It's 3 nights.
Right.
Now, I'm not talking about cruise. I'm not talking about regular vacation, you know. Aruba. 4 nights.
Yep.
All inclusive and hotel transfers. You get $50 casino voucher and more. $919 with, you know, government taxes and fees. Cancun. That's when, that's good for Memorial Day and
spring break.
And shit.
Yeah, spring break around the summer and stuff.
$160 government taxes and fees. 3 nights. Like, come on, man. You're not going to tell me, it's too expensive to go to these places where you can spend money on expensive cars and jewelry and these jail-ass raggedy chicks. I'd rather spend my money on a vacation where I can get the experience and I can say, man, I'm glad Hakeem Smith and Muriel. You know Muriel Street, right?
Yeah, I know.
He was telling me about her experience on a cruise. She loved it. God love everybody. No fighting. No no nigginess going on. It was a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, just enjoying life.
Mhm. Right. And you have to enjoy life. I mean, you can't travel if you're not going to enjoy life. You can't live on planet Earth if you're not going to enjoy life. You can't be miserable.
It don't make any sense. You were on planet Earth all these years, and you couldn't go on vacation?
Yeah.
Like, with my job, my boss already told me if you don't go on vacation, let us know in advance.
Mhm.
So we don't put you on the schedule.
Yeah. And you get those, extra, and you work all these years and stuff like that to have a better, because the longer you work in these jobs, the better vacation or longer vacation time you get. So, also with the traveling, with everything, even you can even travel and buy a property down there.
Exactly.
You can buy a property.
I mean, is life just being in the United States?
No.
When you, listen, this is what I'm telling these dumbass that when you travel out the United States, the women you're going to encounter is going to be way different from the women that you encounter in America.
Mhm. Most definitely. And a daily basis, man. It's like, they just a whole lot better. They just a whole lot better from top to bottom.
You wasn't around, I mean, you told you around some chicks that was hood, but they wasn't ignorant hood. They wasn't, welfare hood. You wasn't around some women that I think look like Cam and there.
Yeah.
And them chicks telling you this shit.
Yeah.
You ain't treated her. And I bet when you was having a conversation with these rubber women, not once were they talking nigginess.
No, they was on top of their game. They was.
I understand American men wasting their time with American women. I'm not saying to not to get with them, because not all American women is bad, but let me tell you something. I'm at trouble, man. I'm at spend my money. I'll be left. Come on, man. After a while, man, you gotta send a message to these American women. Y'all rude, y'all disrespectful, y'all be coming out your mouths wrong. You know what I'm saying? We approach you with respect, and you still want to brush us off because we're not the Elbers, we're not the Michael Earls, we're not those dudes you dream of fucking. So,
and those type of dudes ain't gonna want to give you the time of day.
Exactly.
So they gotta flush that out their minds quick, cause ain't nobody gonna give you the time of day if you gonna act a certain way and be a certain way, because they gotta, every man has a standard in what he likes. You know what I'm saying? I keep, and you keep hearing women say, well, I can get any man I want to, but you can't, because every man has a different taste of what he likes. Some men like skinny women, some men like big women. Some, it's always a variety of what a man likes. Just like the same thing with a man. A man likes different, coming up to women. A man can say he can get any type of woman he wants, but every type of woman is not going to deal with him. So it's the other way around. And not only just, like I was saying, just, you can get a property and stuff down there. It's just, you can buy land and property. You can do that in the United States, but you can do that in overseas, and you could come back to it every single year whenever you come down here. You can always put down on that. My mom told me about that.
Clearly, there are a lot of black women know it's picking them off. You already know where I'm going with this, man.
Yeah.
You already know where I'm going with this, Steve.
Uh-huh.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Steve, I'll be in Brazil, man. Only way you keep in contact with me and I'm in Brazil, son.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, I'm like, oh, Lord. Man, it's going to be gonna be tough to come back to the United States if I hit Brazil. If I hit Brazil, I'm gonna just say, look, fuck that, man. I'm not getting on that goddamn plane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you ain't gonna want to get off. You just go. You just want to stay there. They're like, I got stranded.
You got the haters telling you, yo, them chicks got HIV and there's always killings and shit going down there. Okay, killings and shootings going on in Chicago, your part of Michigan, the South, out here in New York, New Jersey, California. So kill that noise. There's always violence somewhere in the United States of America.
And they not, and also to add to it, a lot of these women when you travel, they not gonna have kids by different dudes either. They gonna be, you know, it's not like America. Americans have all these kids by different people and stuff like that, but overseas you don't see too much of that. That once the dynamic down there is going to be they're going to find somebody, get married, and have kids. In America, it's find somebody, have a kid, and you might not even get married. Next thing you know, you a baby father, baby mother, and then you ain't got nothing to show for it. Then ain't nobody going to want to deal with you because you got a kid by a different, a guy that ain't even, that you wasn't even compatible with, but you still getting this money for support and stuff. So, and a man is not going to want to deal with that. You know, if you can't save your money, it's like, why have a purpose in living in America? You live in America, why not take advantage and have a good time and go outside of your parameter? Why? I don't get that. And when you tell men that they should travel, it's like, well, you know, I'm broke, I can't do that, I don't know why you should do that. All this doubt that they giving you, but then when you go,
no. There's always excuses on broke. I don't have the money, but you wasn't broke to go to strip club.
Yeah.
You wasn't broke, you know what I'm saying, to go to these hood ass clubs, spending money on drinks with these hood bitches. You wasn't broke to spend money going to Las Vegas, Atlantic City, Miami. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't want to Atlantic City, Atlanta or Miami, but I want to go somewhere where, you know, the women are different, the environment's different, the culture's different, and it's just a breath of fresh air. I've never been to Bermuda. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've never been to the Dominican Republic. I've never been to Aruba. I want to go to these places and say to myself before, God forbid, something happened to me, I got out of my comfort zone.
Right.
And you never know who you're going to meet down here. And it's way better to holler at females out the U.S. because, listen, when you see an American man, oh my goodness, it's like their heart want to get all excited and shit.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to control them because it's not like there's these American women where they got big mouths, bossy attitudes. You know, that Brazilian documentary, you have black women saying, well, the reason why we doing way better than black men because we getting more jobs and better pay, which is bullshit because if you get more jobs and better pay, why you gotta kick the white man's ass?
Right.
Of course the white man gonna give you more money because all you doing is filing paperwork and getting a cup of coffee.
Right.
Every time I go make a delivery, I see black women behind the desk, making a phone call, taking down notes. I don't see any white women in the boardroom making executive decisions with white people.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they talking about, you know, we getting better education than black men. We getting, we're not going to jail like black men. It's like everything's so negative and it has to do with black men going to Brazil.
Everything is basically negative when it comes to black men. Everything is negative. We get blamed for so much. Even though they want to be like us and have our swagger, but yet again, at the same time, we get blamed for so much stuff. You know.
Yeah. See, take for instance me. I work at a job where I'm making minimum wage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do I spend all my money on clothes and stupid shit? No. I put my money in the bank and save it. I'm about to get save money for the passport. Then when I get my passport, I want to also go to school for bartending. I also want to get my job license and my CDL. When you have these luxuries, you have options to travel and go other places.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I can say, if you gotta take money out the bank, you have that right.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to pay them back, you know how many times I borrow going to the bank and pay them back 1, 2, 3?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They got their money when they were supposed to get their money, and it was never a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
It was never a problem.
Man, it's
Yo, that's why I be on the grind, my job. You know what I'm saying? Running fast and quick, making these deliveries because I want that paper. The more money I make, the more things I could do.
Right. That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
I found that traveling agency where, you know, I could explore going to these spots and checking them out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo, my advice to these fellas, leave these bossy, controlling, what I say go American women alone, hit Brazil, Europe, Spain.
Hit Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada, definitely Canada. Akeem said when he finished college, he's moving to Canada. I'm about to go to Canada to see my uncle and check the woman out there. Like, yo, get your traveling on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but go to certain parts in Canada too.
Go to Vegas, Atlantic City and shit, but overseas, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be something that, you know, you can record on your camera.
Mm-hmm.
And you can watch it, and you can be like, damn, man, I had the best time of my life.
Yep. Yep. And you get to, and you get to learn the language too. On top of that, you know.
Exactly.
Learn the culture.
Williams told me he went to Brazil '96. He said the woman in Brazil, Paul, was off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
No complaints. He said, Paul, you go to Brazil, you gonna come back a happy man. You gonna be smiling so much.
Mm-hmm.
You might just stay your ass there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I've heard this a lot about Brazil, a lot of places, and the difference between, you know, American and overseas. And I've heard about this in Brazil. As many beautiful women that are there, a lot of guys really don't be sweating them like that. You know, they just pass them by like, you know, they know it's beautiful, but they just pass them by. Now with America, they see a chick that's straight, they gonna automatically be on them like wolves and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I would start taking advice from those Brazilian men because it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck should we waste our time sweating you? You know what I'm saying? You're not on our level. And that's how I had to go and be when I come off a cruise. I was like, I was around some fly-ass women. It was cooperative. We took some pictures. We probably, you know what I'm saying, got a fuck on and shit.
Right, right.
You on a cruise, you gonna have women hitting on you.
Yep.
You know, and a cruise is so huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It is.
You're not gonna tell me you're gonna get bored. Sorry.
You're gonna have so much fun being out there and going to so many places.
Again, man, you're gonna be like, man, the next 3-5 months, I'm going back on there, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it will be a gracious thing. You're gonna have souvenirs. You're gonna bring some of the stuff back home, the pictures, the fun that you have is just gonna be priceless. It's gonna be priceless. It's just gonna be such a wonderful thing to the point where you just don't want to come back home. You can't really say that enough. and you know, with Brazil, and being that the next Olympics is going to be in Brazil, you know how many people is going to be down there?
Tell you right now. Oh, man, listen. I will be there.
You know how many people is going to be down there in Brazil in 2016? Man, it's people reserving their trips down there now.
NIGGER, and white folks too, they don't want you to go to Brazil.
Yeah.
Cause they know Brazil's the shit. Brazil is the happening place.
Yep.
So from this day forth, I'm gonna be saving my bread, man. Like I'm not gonna be doing that much spending and shit. I mean, why? You know what I'm saying? Well, why should I, man? Like.
Yeah. Yep. I'm speaking.
So, as we end this video, if you need motivation, man, just go to YouTube, watch the documentary of Brazil, listen to what the black man is saying about black women in America and other women in America, and your questions will be answered about why Brazil is a happening place. And not just Brazil, Spain, Europe, Turkey, Sweden, Poland, Russia,
Czech Republic.
I mean, Canada, Toronto, Winnipeg, you know what I'm saying? And,
Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver.
Winnipeg. What other spots is in Canada? Toronto, Winnipeg.
Toronto, Calgary, Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Ottawa, Vancouver, Nova Scotia.
Vancouver, like, come on, man. You know what's funny? NBA teams, NBA athletes don't want to be in Toronto. Man, come for that owner look. Just give me $20 million, I'm happy. I don't want to go on the U.S. team.
Hey, man, where you think Chris Bosh met his wife at? Well, ex-wife at? In Canada. You know what I'm saying? He met his chick in Canada. A few other people met their chicks in Canada. You know, in certain parts you gotta go in Canada. I wouldn't suggest going to Windsor because that's too close to being in America. Like where I am, I'm not too far from Canada. Especially like Windsor is like right across the river from where I am, and they still have those American traits. Now, if you go somewhere like further down Canada, like Toronto, or Ottawa, Edmonton, Calgary, all those other places, it might be a different thing. You might see a lot of beautiful women, a lot of beautiful black women, white women, and other races and stuff.
And that's another thing too. Different from American black women and foreign black women. Foreign black women going to show you more love than American black women. You're not going to get over that. Well, then to Steve Harvey, we're not taking no more shit from black men. Now you got Red Run and Tom Leach in the mix. Foreign women, very respectful. You can have a decent conversation with them.
Absolutely.
You're not talking to you like you're a damn child. Matter of fact,
absolutely.
You're friends with black women and Ruba Poopy.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's a whole different vibe, man. It's like night and day. Messing with women when you're traveling, and then women in America. It's like night and day. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Plan your trips for a few days or a week, or do what you have to do. Save your money and just go out there and just travel. If you don't travel, again, even if you travel in America, take a road trip with you and your friends, or just go by yourself and see what's out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be, Steve, I'm gonna be hitting southern states. I'm gonna be hitting Midwestern states.
Yeah. Now there's certain Midwestern states that you can go and you can't go. I will say that as an experience living in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Now
I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
going.
I hear you.
I'm tired of being afraid. I'm going.
Yeah, like I think, and I've heard one of the best places in the Midwest to go to travel is Minnesota. I heard they got some nice chicks in Minnesota.
Yeah,
Some nice chicks in Indiana. You know.
I will be checking them out. But anyway, at the end of this video, man, to all my dudes out there that's that's having difficulty with women in America, man, just get your passport, pack a few things, hit the road.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, when you come back, you won't look at another woman like, I don't gotta chase these chicks anymore. I don't gotta tell them anymore. Like, they're not on my level anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. And then you come back, and then you gonna want to travel again. You like, damn, I don't want to be around this. Let me just go. You know, because when you travel, when you have the money to not only travel to do anything, it's good to have the money that you could just be like, okay, I'm gonna just go here, instead of just you being broke and you like, you know, you think of alternate places that you want to go. When you have the money, you can go wherever you want to go. When you don't, you just feel trapped and you can't go nowhere, so you come up with places that you don't want to go, but you have no choice but to go because of the money situation that you're in. So that's a big part of it as well. But, you know, in closing again, if you have the money, if you want to have a good time, get that passport and go. Don't even think about it. Just go. Just go. And you will have the best time in your life, and you do not want to come back. You're going to be like, shit, I got stranded. I lost my ticket. I lost my passport. Fuck it. I'm just going to stay here. Damn that. I'll be homeless. Fuck it. I'll just be homeless overseas than America. Fuck it. I'm going to be cool. I'm just going to stay down. Think of every excuse in the book that you want to just stay overseas. Real talk. But, you know, on that note, everybody, travel. That's all you got to just travel. But, you know, for my man Paul Pacino, I'm 187 The New Breed, a.k.a. Steve Franchise, Facebook. So, again, if you have any more questions on this video and travel, holler at us, answer the questions and everything. So, until then, we're going to holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace out.